just a quick video showing how to trace this pattern because you're having some problems with it. First of all, as you've done, we need to load it into the background. I'm using the picture that you put up on Facebook, so it's got a part of your attempt in it, but well, so we'll ignore that, pretend that bit's not there. So we'll load that in. I'm going to press fit to try and get it to zoom in. No, it's already fitted, so we'll just zoom in now. Now the option in the background, there's an option to fade with a Control F as a keyboard shortcut. I'm going to press Control F. 1, 2, 3. So maybe I needed to do that 2 times. I can press it one more and it vanishes, so I'm going to load it in again. I'm going to press Control F twice. Okay. Now we come to the draw. You're online and you had to press that to make the spacing go away. I think we need to do spline in this instance, and we're going to have continuous line on there. I'm going to start in here. Oh no, let me start on here. So I'm going to draw a line from there. I'll click there and I'll keep my mouse button down till I get to that point there. Now I'm going to press space, and space moves me into the edit where I get my 2 select handles, so to speak, and if I pull that out, we get there. Then if I press space again, it goes away, so we're back in draw. So now I'm going to look to where I think my spline's going to finish there, and I'm going to click, just click. I don't need to drag it this time because I've got continuous line set. Okay, now I'm going to press space, which brings up my handles again. I'm just going to drag that out. Just try and get it to cover the line. That's not far off. I'll do that. Then I'm going to press space again to put us back in draw. And I'm going to click on that spot there, because that's where I think my next spline is going to end. Press space. Draw them out. I'm going to press space again. I'm going to come out there. Space. So it's different to my other video where I put all the points in to start with. This time I'm editing on the fly. So spacebar again, and up to there. There are advantages and disadvantages of both methods, and you'll learn which one to use as you go along. And some of it comes down to personal preference, but some of it is for a very good reason. Most of the time I don't do this if there's going to be a lot of overstitching, because I like to do it in lines, and then you can join the points together quite easily and then change it to splines. But in this instance I'm sticking with this. Around here. I don't really know how to do this with a stylus. I always do it on a computer because I much prefer a mouse. Let's click there because that's could be a joining point at some. We might need to join it on the way out. I don't know. So I like to put points where I might need to join it, because it's get a much nicer join if you can snap the points together. See how I'm doing it? You just need to keep going that way. You come into, but let's just pretend we finished it. And these are 2 points there which I want to snap together. So I'm just going to draw a box around there. So I'm in edit, I draw a box around. I use snap selected, and that pulls those together. Now I can go back to draw, and because I've got continuous line on, it's going to, wherever I click, it's going to pick up from that dot. So I can come up here and then press space, and away we go. Okay. What else to say? Well, when you're doing these faces, you're going to end up at this point here. Let me just pause the video until I get to that point, and then I'm just going to show you what to do from there. So I'll be back once this is finished. Okay, I got to here, so did all that while you weren't watching. I now need to get from here back to there, and then come round that eye, and then come out again somewhere. I don't know where, probably joining on to that one. But to get up to here, what I'm going to have to do is come back down this line. So this is where using the line is better than the spline, because it's easier to join. So I'm going to convert these to line. So I just highlight the ones I want to, and I'm going to say line type line. Now if I zoom in, okay, let me just unselect and highlight that and join that one together. Unselect. Okay, now when I'm in draw, I'm there, I've got continuous line, so just click on the node. So I'm just coming back again. Just undo that because I missed it. And I'm going to come up here, just so that we've got a point. Now, when I come back into edit, I need to join these together. I know they look together, but they're not really. Could easily have just missed a point. And then I can convert those by highlighting. Yeah, you see, they're still splines, but they went for lines. That's kind of what I hate about this program, is, let's do that again. It doesn't always do what you want it to do. Okay, so they're now lines, they're joined together. Now if I convert them to splines, see, I can pull one out and the other gets left behind. But if I highlight them, the block, now when I pull it, it's not doing it. I just hate it when it doesn't work. See, what it's done now is it's only converted one part of that line to a spline. Let's try that again. This is why it takes absolutely forever to do anything here, because it's so buggy. Right. Convert to spline, highlight those. Yay! It's working this time. Okay. So it takes a bit longer to do it. Just and joy of this now is that both are completely overlapped. They're not. There's going to be no miss at all in the stitching. If I move that down, that one's now come apart. So let's come up here and convert those to lines and snap those together there. And I'm going to say this should now be a spline. Now it seems very tedious this, but believe me, it leaves the back stitching completely clear. Okay. Now let's come to draw. We finished the overstitching at the minute, so I can go back to just one spline with the continuous line. So I'm just clicking and pressing space. Click there. I'm going to join those two together in a minute. Click there. See, if I hadn't sort of matched them together, you get a little bit of overstitch. But sometimes you can live with that. I'm going to come down to there. Once I finish this, I can go back and join those together. And now I'm going to come over here and just put a little bit of a curve on that to join up. And then you'd be able to carry on up onto the other face. Don't know which faces you want to do, but that's how you would join it up. So let's come back to here and snap those together. If I really wanted to get that spot on, I can come back here, convert it to line, then convert it to spline, and hopefully, if it's not playing up, there you go. Those lines are now completely joined, so there's no overstitching or no gap on the stitching. I could do the same with, do the same with this one. See, because those boxes should be both right on top of each other, and it's impossible to get it unless you go line, spline, and then you can move them both together. Okay. So this is always the dangerous point in this one, because optimize is a bit buggy. But if we go into optimize, we can see what we've got. It's all one pattern, so we can come out of there. And that is how I would do it. So good luck.